Hi everybody, Dean DeMarzo here, and today I'm going to be talking about audio effects. Now, audio effects are like little add-ons to your sound. They're not quite as important as what you're playing, but they can still really push your performance one step further. Now, most of the effects I'm going to be talking about today can be found in the form of effect pedals, which are cheap little boxes you can stomp on during your show to activate the effects. But they can also be found as plugins in your recording program or even built into your amplifier. Now, distortion is the most common audio effect, though most people don't even know what it actually is. Distortion is the effect produced when a signal is pushed past the point where the amplifier can handle it, causing it to become crunchy and, well, distorted. Now, here's what the most basic form of distortion sounds like. Now it's nice and thick and sustained, making it good for hard rock, metal, rock and roll, just about anything. There are lots of different kinds of distortion. There's regular distortion, overdrive, fuzz. I'll try to cover as many of these types as I can. Now overdrive is a more subtle form of distortion, just slightly pushes the sound a little bit, give you just that barely crunchy sound. Now, chorus is a modulation effect. It modulates the pitch slightly to make it sound like there's more than one guitar playing. It's a very shimmery, almost metallic sound, but very nice. A phase shifter, or a phaser, is a very swirly, swooshy modulator, and it sounds something like this. A flanger is sort of a cross between a phaser and a chorus. Very, very metallic sound, but swooshy at the same time. The wah pedal is a pretty common effect. Its technical term is a resonant filter. Now, what that means is it cuts out certain frequencies and accentuates others. And doing this makes your guitar sound like it's saying wah, wah. Now you control it with this low pedal here. You can use it to get some real great funk sounds. There's a whole array of sounds you can get out of the wah pedal. Just takes some experimentation and some time. Another kind of wah is the envelope filter. Now, instead of controlling this with your foot, you control it with your dynamics of the pick. So if I pick very lightly and gently, I get sort of a nice little faint warble. But if I try harder, I can get a real thick quack sound out of it. The echo is a pretty common effect, which does just what it sounds like. Gives you a nice little echo. Now, usually you should make your echo more transparent so it doesn't quite stick out. You don't want your listener to know the echo is there, but without it, it sometimes sounds a little dead. So it can add another dimension to your sound. one effect I've had on this entire video without telling you is reverb. Now reverb, just like its name suggests, recreates the reverberations heard in any room. If you're in, say, a cathedral, you'll probably hear more than you would in this basement. Now, I've got it set pretty high here, so something like that. And with that, you can make some really good surfer music. So we've heard all these effects by themselves. Now when we start combining effects, we get some really great sounds. Here's wah with distortion and some echo. One especially famous combination is distortion and phaser. Now you'll hear this a lot on Eddie Van Halen records. One effect I haven't mentioned is the pitch shifter. Now, again, pretty intuitive name, it shifts the pitch of the note you're playing. Now you can use this to harmonize with yourself, or if you watch my video cover of Joe Satriani's Searching, that song uses it to a really great extent. Here I have a pitch shifter coupled with distortion. Now, I place the pitch shifter before the distortion in the signal chain, so the distortion sort of blends the two notes together. It gives you a really nice octave sound. And there you have it. Those are the most important guitar effects. Now I'm sure I've missed a few, so if you have any particular questions, feel free to message me at my YouTube account or comment on my blog at deandemarzo.com. Thanks for watching.